Well, it seems like the comic book industry is not going to get better anytime soon. All the good talent got pushed out for a bunch of homosexuals and obese women who don't know anything about superheroes. They don't know how to write good stories. They don't know how to draw cool looking art. And they don't know how to do anything with the characters that are already created. So what do? Just turn every character black and gay. And it's like that for both Marvel and DC Comics. There's a bunch of mantles. They have no talent. Either turn the character black and gay or replace them with a woman that's way more powerful. It's old, it's outdated, and comic book shops are closing down left and right, and the industry continues to fall apart. So what do? The same shit that they've been doing the whole time. And we have another iconic Marvel character getting race swapped and sexuality swapped. But before we get into it, majority of you are not subscribed. So subscribe, like, comment to push the video out in the algorithm. And here's the tweet showing off the character. And it says, Marvel Comics has officially unveiled its new Hawkeye, Charlie Ramsey, a Native American who identifies as non-binary and two-spirit. What the hell is that? Before we even talk about the character, what the hell is two-spirit? These people just make up nonsense. I can't even talk because it's just so fucking retarded. Two-spirit. What does that mean? That you have two souls? You have two entities living inside of you? What the fuck? Nobody has any common sense anymore. Common sense is dead. Humanity is fucked. We're never getting another Einstein. Einstein is like Jesus compared to the retards we have nowadays. Two-spirit. I've never heard of that before, like at all. Okay. You guys can clearly see the character. No talent. All they did was take an existing character, turn them Native American, race swap them, made them fucking gay. For what? What does this do to Hawkeye that's beneficial to the character and beneficial to Marvel Comics? The answer is literally nothing. This is a waste of time and money, and it's only going to have a net negative because it shows that you have no talent. All the people with talent got kicked out of the company. All the people that wrote all the greatest comic books of all time across Marvel and DC, they are gone. And radical women. Yes, it's always women. It's women doing this shit. It's women inserting themselves onto these characters, doing these self-inserts where they are the character or they fighting against the character or they're the new version of the character. It happens every single time. Women invade the hobby, make changes that the audience, men, never asked for, and that's how we get here. That's why my motto in life will always be women ruin everything, because it's true time and time and time again. More women equals more problems. And another thing for these idiots, why do you change existing characters instead of building up the ones you already have? Because when I think of a Native American superhero from Marvel Comics, I'm thinking about Warpath from the X-Men. Most people probably don't even know about that character. You have to look shit up just to even know what characters are just sitting on the shelves for decades. So instead of race swapping Hawkeye and making them gay, why not just give a book to Warpath? Why not give him a one shot and see how people like it? But they have no talent nowadays. That would require actual talent to take a character that already exists and write a story that's good and fun and makes sense for that character. They cannot do that nowadays. They are trash. Talent is fucking dead in entertainment. This is all they do. Every one of your favorite Marvel characters or even DC characters as well are black or gay or replaced by women. The same MO every single time. It's old, it's boring, and people are sick of it. This is why nobody buying comic books no more. And these fucking nasty, disgusting, inhuman homosexual freaks are not gonna buy this. They're not gonna make up for the sales. They're not gonna buy to stop the decline. They're not gonna bring comic books back to what it was 15 years ago, but you keep pandering to them. All they do is claim they support you on Twitter, but they are not buying a motherfucking thing. And you do this every single time. You never learn your lesson. And that is why comic books are dead, because of shit like this. Every character gotta deal with this shit. That's why I don't even buy comics no more. I don't buy any modern comics. I buy shit from 15 plus years ago when comic books were actually good. But they don't want my money. Yes, I'm more of a DC fan, but they don't want my money regardless. Neither companies want my money. But instead they want the money of the weirdo 1% of homosexuals that don't buy anything. And when they don't buy anything, what do? Turn another character black. Turn another character whatever race. Turn them gay. Make up some fake gender. You lose money, you lose more money. And then you do the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's just honestly ridiculous at this point. But I wanted to read some of the replies to that tweet. And this first one says, well, this is edgy and thoughtful. Oh oh no, wait, it's boring, predictable, and cliche and won't sell. It never sells. They've done this so many times and it never makes money like that. Not even goddamn Miles Morales comics sell, and they keep pushing that character across comics, movies, animation, video games, and he still doesn't sell. His books still don't sell because nobody wants that, because he is not Spider-Man. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. You're never gonna change that. You're never gonna be able to just get rid of Peter Parker and expect all the Spider-Man fans to just love Miles Morales and just want only Miles Morales, and people don't want that shit. But let's look at another comment, and it says, is this real? What the fuck? I guess we'll never get back to the good old times with good movies and good stories. Why do they try so hard to fuck up this generation's minds everywhere? Because they have no talent. They want people to accept these nasty fake versions of these characters. They don't show these new generations all the iconic stories, and they don't write anything good. They just want to turn everything gay because every company wants everybody in the society to be gay. They want us to be all weak homosexuals that never say anything, just follow along, never question, do as you're told, and be weak, fat, and gay. That's what society wants. They want us to be fucking minions and pets. And you're not doing that shit with me, and a lot of people are sick of that shit. There's no good content nowadays. Whether it be comics, movies, TV, video games, everything's going to shit. And that's not even just the propaganda. The quality is going down. Like I said, there's no good artists in the industry anymore. They're all left. It's the same ugly art style in both Marvel and DC. And they're going to continue to fuck it up for this generation, and this generation is not going to be interested in comic books despite the superhero genre being mainstream. Do not expect these people to get their shit together anytime soon. I have one more comment to look at. And this one says, I am done with comics. Marvel and DC needs to understand that when you go woke to appease the 3% of readers, the other 97% will drop them. But I don't know if it's 3% because comic books are such a niche. They are a small form of entertainment. So I don't think it's 3%. I think it's more like 1, which is kind of like the population. Some freaks in that community may claim it's more than 1%, but we all know why, because you guys are touching the kids and making them gay in the first place. That's why you'd be like, oh, it's not 1%, it's more queers. Yeah, because you made them queers. But anyway, in terms of comics, yeah, 99% of people, or 97% according to the guy who wrote the tweet, does not want to see this. Majority do not want to see homosexuality and gay characters. It's weird. You're pandering to a 1% when a 99% in society do not want to see this nasty gay content. It's gross. It's not normal. It's mentally ill. But you keep doing the same shit every single time. You're trying to make people like it, and you're never gonna do that because this type of content does not appeal to normal men, and you're never gonna get normal men to like this type of content, whether you like it or not. You desperately want to replace your audience with a small demographic of the population, and it's never gonna work. The sooner you realize that, the better. And comic books are more dead than dead. Comic book shops are closing down. These owners have run their shops for over decades and decades and decades, many years, and it's closing down because nobody gives a fuck about comic books anymore because of shit like this. This is what is killing comic books. This pride propaganda is what's killing comic books, and it's not getting better anytime soon. So it is what it is. Add Hawkeye to the list of comic book characters that have been swapped for pandering purposes. You couldn't just use an existing Native American. You couldn't just make a new character. You have to change your original character that is pretty popular, and now it's gonna get you nowhere. So it is what it is. I don't have much else to say. Marvel Comics, you can go fuck yourself.